Let's get into it, right? Let's take that mission-driven kind of a mindset. And we've all heard Tony speak and Dean speak. So I'd love to hear about how you personally, working in that kind of an organization, though, have adopted that into a CS strategy. That would be a great place to start.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really great question. And I want to set the stage for the conversation too on the framework, if I may. I'm hoping that most of the listeners out there, almost all of them, are working at a company in a role that they truly believe in. And if you truly believe in your product or the service that you're delivering, you truly want people to choose you over anybody else, right? And we already know the cost of acquiring a customer is high. Ask any marketing team, like how much effort they put in and just how competitive it's out there. But for us in customer service, we need to be mindful that most of the interactions are either confirming the customer's decision to purchase from you, stay with you, or they're planting doubt that sends them thinking about going to your competitor, looking for different options. So I'm speaking on the principle that the company and the role that you have, you feel that it's a disservice when you lose the customer and go somewhere else. And I want to talk about like what it takes to get everybody on your team feeling that way, where it stings. I lose somebody. So to answer the question, one of the first things I learned is that customer service, the teams don't succeed just because they answer questions quickly. They need the right foundation. They need mindset. They need mission, and they need obviously measurable KPIs as well. Now, when I see a great customer service team, they all have one common denominator, Steve. Their mindset and their team's mindset is on supporting the customer is evident in those front lines. And we really need to focus on the why. And when the companies don't lose focus on the why, everything else really falls into place and the direction and strategy becomes clear. I can give you a recent example too of that being played out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So like Starbucks, right? Under Brian Nickel, he's currently in the process, just took over, I think about a year ago, and is trying to really shift the mindset of the customers and their staff. He took over, and there's really nothing foundationally wrong with their business, right? They have a great brand, loyal customers, really robust operation. But they really noticed that they drifted as a company to being a little bit more transactional than they really wanted to. They're efficient, but speed alone wasn't driving their loyalty. So what do? They implemented their green apron service strategy is what they call it. They learned that it really needed a mission. They leaned into it, and they really focused on training the mindset of the team. So they started writing names on cups again. Right? And while that on paper is not going to add to the revenue, it really shifts how the barista is showing up in the moment and really helped them like create that meaningful connection, or at least trying to. I think they could have done a better job of maybe leaning into that strategy, but in principle, what they're trying to do is really reframe the mindset of the barista and the customer, that it's bigger than just handing out, a cup of coffee. It's not transactional. It's more relationship based. It's bigger than that. So I have other examples too, but the point is time and time again, I'm seeing companies where their employees feel like they're just answering tickets, just troubleshooting software, or maybe just refunding payments. Because when people see their role as small, their efforts are going to shrink to match it. And the companies with the best customer service connect their employees to that bigger picture. So instead of, I'm just fixing a login issue, it becomes, I'm helping somebody get back into their business so they can serve their own clients today. Or instead of just, I'm answering a simple question, it's, I'm showing this person how to actually get value from the product they invested in. So whatever it is, the product or, the service that your company does, what is that bigger picture? And we really should be proud that the customer chose to do business with us. It's our job to solve their problem and help them get to where they're trying to go. And customer service teams just carry so much power, Steve. We have a say in how that customer feels, how their day goes, how their future is shaped by what we've sold them. And that really is how great customer service and great customer experiences are created by teams who understand that true impact.
You need to be on stage with Tony and Dean because you've got a way with words. That's for
I know there's a lot there. Yeah.
But here, I definitely want to kind of start to unpack that and dig a little deeper, because one of the things I took away and you started out by talking about how much you believe in your company, right? And you believe that if you're helping people with around your company, that's their best choice. And you're truly helping them in their lives. And if we have a sense of purpose, this is a big thing that I'm taking away, a mission, a purpose, right? We're more in on it. And one of the big things in the customer support CX industry is getting agents that are empowered and feel good about what they're doing, because agent turnover can be a very big issue in the industry. But getting people that feel like they're doing something important. There was a great study that came out and it showed everything that you're going to say, yeah, I get it. We all get it. But employees that are engaged means that there are customers that are engaged. And if the customers are engaged, that means they spend more money. They're more loyal to us, right? They feel better about working with us in the company. So my first takeaway here is that you got to really settle in and be an advocate for the mission of your company first and foremost to create that kind of loyalty. Is that a good, decent takeaway from what you were saying?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, the way that I try to see it and the way we try to see it here at mastermind.com, and again, playing off the fact that we truly have a bigger impact than what it seems at the surface, is the fact that I get to help this customer, not I have to help this customer. One word difference, but it carries a ton of meaning and really shifts the mindset, right? And too often, Steve, do I see, I'll be a little PC here, but customer service being polite, following the script, really checking the box, so to speak. And while that approach meets expectations, it's functional. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to build engagement or long-term impact. It's going to get the job done, but if you want to be better than average and have your customer service team be the edge for your company and differentiate you from your competitors, make sure that the mindset of the team is right. And if we think about it, right, the day you got your first job or for whatever role you're currently in, like I always talk to my team as well. I try to remind them of like what they felt when they got that job offer to become a part of that team, how excited they felt, how ambitious they were to serve, right? Just so many ideas. I'm going to do this. I can't wait to get started. And there's many times where I see new hires coming onto teams. They bring that energy and they bring that passion. And only over time do they lose that enthusiasm and just go back to checking those boxes, right? So how great is it if we had a team firing on all cylinders and invested and feeling empowered to help people? Picture how the customer service operations look, right? If you have that day one enthusiasm plus the knowledge of a seasoned employee, that's the culture that we try to build. And that's where mindset, I think, is really just central to everything we do.